is that we have not approved them as of now. So we have gone for areas that are not controversial and provide services to the roads, to the wages, to those other things for which our people matter, for which they ignored, under 3%. It is catch-22. I'm not the Minister of Finance to speak for this, but it's catch-22. So my humble view is that Parliament agrees with the position for us to go ahead and approve the prior. And then we delay and continue to scrutinize all the other controversial items. We are delaying the entire 3%, not seeing approval of the 3% as of now. Your clarification.
Mr. Speaker, some of these items are constitutional. And there are certain spendings that have been offloaded on the 3% that bears on the constitutionality of our spending. For example, government is lending money to an entity. And our Constitution, Article 159, the power of government to borrow or lend, is very clear that government cannot raise any borrowing, cannot lend without the approval of Parliament, prior approval of Parliament. But government is now going behind Parliament to spend, to lend without authority of Parliament. It is very unconstitutional. And when somebody goes to court, you know Parliament will be embarrassed. I can assure you, I can read here. Article 159, power of Parliament to borrow or lend. Government shall not borrow, guarantee, or raise a loan on behalf of itself or any other public institution, authority, or person, except as authorized by Parliament and an Act of Parliament. An Act of Parliament made under this clause 2 of article shall provide the terms and conditions of the loan. And therefore, we are giving money where Parliament has not scrutinized the terms. This is unconstitutional. You need to, because now they are front-loaded. So we need to be careful. Otherwise, we are going to be embarrassed. Some of us may even go to court.
Chair, I am a very principled politician on record, and I defend right things if they are right to be defended. In your opinion, and you are wrong. And you are not understanding issues. Give yourself time. One, I'm on the same page with everyone. All controversial issues, honorable colleagues, are in 3%. We are saying we are not approving that one as of now. As of now. Then we are saying, unless people don't want to listen and they want a record, then the item is under 3% prior approval. The item is under prior approval.
Colleagues, let's listen to Honorable Chivumbi.
The items under prior approval are not controversial. Now,
order.
Mr. Speaker, sir, when business come to this house, they come under distinct headings, supplementaries, or even the appropriation are bills. At the very least, are bills. What we refer to as votes, in other laws we call them clauses. Right now we have before this house the supplementary estimates, which is a bill. And we are required as a house to look at clause by clause and deal with it at once. Is my colleague in order to mislead the house as if we have 2 or 3 or 4 different businesses before this house, and to the extent that we should only separate a bill and deal with certain clauses which are votes and leave others? Is he in order?
Thank you. Now, Honorable Jonathan, the supplementary appropriation bill will come after supply. Article 156, Clause 3 of the Constitution, where in respect of any financial year, a supplementary estimate or supplementary estimates have been approved by Parliament in accordance with Clause 2 of this article, a supplementary appropriation bill shall be introduced into Parliament in the financial year next following that financial year to which the estimates relate, providing for the appropriation of the sums so approved for the purposes specified in those estimates.
Mr. Speaker, you are right. That is just documentation. The approval is done, but for the record of this House, it is documented in a bill. When it comes in next year, we don't process it here.
No.
It doesn't.
There is no bill which is not processed here and approved here.
That is subject to interpretation,
Yeah.
but I will not argue with you.
No, honorable colleagues. On supplementary, it's very clear. The bill comes after supply. For example, some money has already been spent. It will be captured in the bill if we approve it. And the bill will be approved, will be brought here.
Honorable Speaker, Honorable
Chair.
Chair, Honorable Chair, I think, Jonathan, I would like to inform you. One,
Honorable.
a supplementary,
Honorable
Jonathan, Honorable Jonathan, I would like to inform you and honorable colleagues, an item cannot enter supplementary appropriation bill, which will even come next year for this year, if it's not approved. That's why, honorable colleagues, the powers for us to go and for once, and I appeal to you, for once decisively deal with the Minister of Finance is for us to delay this approval. Now, if we delay this approval, then we will consistently go ahead and examine the extent of abuse. We can even reach a level of saying, Auditor General, go and look at those expenditures before our approval. That's why I appeal to honorable colleagues. I know it is a new concept. It is the one of its Lord. That the logic behind this thinking is that we are curtailing Ministry of Finance to go ahead with impunity to bring us 3%. Now, if we go up and approve everything as it is, that means it's game over. Our powers are done. But my humble appeal to you is that my own understanding is that the 3%, can I be protected? My own understanding is that if we delay the 3%, the details I don't want to give on this floor, but if we delay the 3%, we are going in July. Listen, now let me give you. In July, we are going to be in to have a new
Point
budget.
of procedure? Procedure? Oh, procedure I start with Nsamba, sorry.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I don't know why Honorable Mwanga Chivumbi want to be lenient today. And I want to understand him. But what I'm pleading with him, we deal with every aspect of the supplementary. We disapprove what we don't want. And we say, this one Parliament is not approving. Then, when we say we are not approving this item, we send it to the necessary process that it requires. But if we are here to say that this section we are not going to touch it, let us not fear to disapprove of what we refused to appropriate.
Is that procedure?
And let us, yes, Mr. Speaker.
So procedure question?
Mr. Speaker, are we proceeding well? When Honorable Mwanga Chivumbi, the member we rely on, always here on matters of financial management in this country, comes here and starts saying that this section we leave it. No, Mr. Speaker, let us look at every section. The members disapprove or approve.
Thank you. Let me first rule on the first.
Let me wind up my case.
Honorable colleague, there is a procedure matter. the procedural matter, I have to rule. Now, colleagues, and the decision will be yours in the end. Because I'll put a question. The decision will be yours. Number one, what Honorable Chivumbi is giving is a view. So, a view, here we listen to views, whether we agree with the views or not. But number two, from what I pick from Honorable Chivumbi, colleagues, let's listen to one another. I don't know what's going up, you know. What I'm getting from Honorable Chivumbi, he is saying that we have found a problem with money spent under 3%. And we need more time as a house to look into it. Listen. So we defer it. We deal with it. Okay? And I'll put a question so you will vote your way. So he's saying we defer it. But we have also money which requires prior approval of government before it can be spent. And that money is holding very, very critical items. Very, very critical items. And he's saying, if we are finding a problem with this component of the budget under A, why don't we first hold on to it? We don't give it approval. Then we clear this one which we need most. Okay? After clearing it, listen, after clearing it, we come back here. We process that one under 3%. We scrutinize it very well. After scrutinizing it very well, we put it to a vote here. We either accept it or we reject it. Rob? Oh, I will advise. Rob, let's listen to the leader of opposition.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. There are two ways of dealing with this dilemma. The first is going the way the Honorable Chivumbi is proposing. The second is for the minister to move an amendment motion to the earlier motion. And that will also give you the same output. There's actually no crisis. You can deal with it the Honorable Mwanga way or with an amended motion by the minister or a member moving a motion to amend the original motion. All the powers lie in this House. But I want to leave to the Speaker to use the two options available.
And thank you. Of course, that's what I want to do. I'll give the minister a chance. I wanted to get your views. Then we had a procedural matter from Jonathan.
Mr. Speaker, you had communicated that a meeting took place in which some positions were harmonized. Would it be procedurally correct to state the names of the members who attended that meeting on the record here so that we can follow and where the meeting took place?
Thank you. Honorable colleague, these meetings have been going on, and I think, listen. If we had come to a conclusion in any meeting, I would have communicated the position we agreed on. What was agreed was, I bring the issue here, the House you decide. And that's what I'm doing. So there is nothing that was decided anywhere. I don't want anyone to be accused that they went anywhere and agreed on anything. No. But what what we are all saying is, no one is saying from whoever has spoken that we approve 3%, which you have a problem with. If they were saying you approve it, and I have an option also. I have another option of bringing all of them, but I wanted us to have a compromise here. We agree on how best to approach. Let me Okupa, then Omara.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, first, to the Minister of Finance, never ever again should you bring such things which confuse, which make a mix-up in the House. Because now we are here hitting at one another, yet you are the cause of all this mess. Two, Mr. Chairman, I don't want, because I can see where the debate's going. It's like we are now lumping everything on Honorable Kivumbi. No, when you came in, step down, you told us there is a position, there is a view. So Honorable Kivumbi was only giving a support to what proposal you have put here. But I think we shouldn't waste time. The proposal moved by the leader of opposition here, I think is what we should go by. Let the Minister of Finance move a motion to amend the motion to separate the two items such that we deal them separately and then we move on.
Okay. Honorable Mara, then after Honorable Chinyamatama.
Right Honorable Speaker, when this appropriation bill was brought to the House, the matter was referred to the Budget Committee, which discussed and processed it, and the report chair was presented to the House. However, there was a minority report as well. And as you know, this matter has been rather controversial. And there has been a lot of discussions between the other side, this side, and the independents as well. Consultations, yes. Now, the chair of budget has actually come out clearly to say, even as the majority of the Jonathan, the majority of the budget committee, the majority of the budget committee members approved certain recommendations, which was presented to the House. The minority report disagreed.
Point of order.
Mr. Speaker, the Honorable Paul Omara was part of that meeting that took place to the exclusiveness of members of parliament sitting as parliament. Is he in order to come here not to declare his interest, which he pushed in that meeting, and now he wants to persuade and hoodwink the House to buy into that position? Is he in order?
Honorable Omara is in order because he is not among the PI called in the meeting. Honorable, continue.
So what has happened since then, Right Honorable Speaker, is that position has been harmonized between the majority report and the minority report, where the chair of the budget committee has now conceded to say, even if we have made recommendations for some approvals under the 3%, we should now stay it. Cooper.
Mr. Chairman, Mr. Chairman, Mr. Chairman, we take your word as the final word. You have just stated here, after ruling what Honorable Jonathan said, that Honorable Omara was in the meeting. Now Honorable Omara comes here and says, this thing has been harmonized in the meeting, as if he was not, as if he was in the meeting. Is he in the order to now to report on the meeting where he was not? Is he in the order?
Thank you. Now, Honorable colleagues, Honorable Mara was part of the meeting which you had with the Prime Minister, and you didn't conclude on it, because I asked you, okay, whether you concluded or not. Since then, I've not involved you in other meetings, so it's up to you. If Honorable Mara, you've had your meetings where you've concluded on things, you're out of order. Those meetings cannot be. So Honorable Mara is out of order. I had allowed Honorable Chinyamatama. Honorable Chinyamatama.
Thank you so much, Honorable Chair, for giving me this opportunity. Honorable members, my opinion on this is that we should move the whole thing entirely, because when you look at those that are in 3%, you'll find education, for example, you'll find health. So as a mother and a person on education, a member of parliament on education committee, we are soon going to see strikes in schools and everything. So I think we should handle it entirely than breaking it down. Thank you so much, Honorable Chair.
Honorable Minister, what's your view on this?
Thank you, Mr. Thank you, Mr.
Let's listen to the minister, honorable colleagues. Honorable colleagues, I will give you time. You will have time. I'll give you another chance to speak. Let's listen to the minister.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, I don't sleep because of this motion not passing. And I want to tell you why. Mr. Chairman, can I be protected?
Honorable colleagues, let's listen to the minister. Honorable Minister, you're not in order not to sleep, so we want you to sleep. So, but proceed.
Mr. Chairman, I need to tell you why this motion that is before Parliament has items which touch the whole country. I receive phone calls from the entire country about items which have not been considered by Parliament. And you can imagine getting phone calls from all corners of the country, and I never switch off my phone. Mr. Chairman, my prayer is one. We moved a motion here under supplementary schedule 1 amounting to 2.972 million shillings, of which trillion shillings, of which we have items under 3% amounting to 1.434 trillion, and items which require prior approval by Parliament amounting to 1.538 trillion. And our prayer as a government and as Minister of Finance is that Parliament considers our motion as it is. I thank you.
Honorable Sushi.
Right, Honorable Speaker, I appreciate the Minister moving the motion, and that is in order. And I think it's also in order that the House should carry consultation. And this process on this particular supplementary has been going on for the last 3 weeks, if I recall. But, Right Honorable Speaker, because of the mood on the floor, and because of the legality of the decision that we may take, that may have some consequences, I beg to amend the motion that we separate the prior from the 3%. I beg to move.
Thank you. I put a question to the motion. Those in favor say aye, and to the contrary nay. The ayes have it. So, colleagues, we are going to proceed. We shall handle part B of the schedule.
Supplementary recurrent expenditure for financial year 2022/2023. Central government.
Colleagues, we are only handling money. Colleagues, from the motion, we are only handling money which requires prior approval. The one of 3% under A, we are not touching it today. So all questions I'm putting are for part B, which requires prior approval. I now propose a question that the total sum of Uganda shilling procedure.
Mr. Speaker, Rule 154 requires that you call the vote heads vote by vote. The entire reading of Rule 154 allows this House as well, when we are considering the vote, to vary it, to reduce, or to ask information to be supplemented on the particular vote. I now ask you to proceed that way so that each vote is called.
Yes, Honorable Jonathan, I totally agree with you on the rule. But here, colleagues, we also have a practice which I believe has always been within the rules. It has been a practice over time. Okay? Now, these are issues. There was no minority report on them. There was no anyone who raised an issue. What I can do, I can do it this way, that when I put a question, before I allow a vote on it, if there is any member who has an issue with an item falling under that, they raise it, and then we can handle. Honorable Katuntu, do you want to guide on this?
Thank you very much, Honorable Chairperson. I think Honorable Duru should consider that, because it actually caters for the position you are articulating. Once an item has been caught, and any colleague has got an issue with that particular item, he will go on record, and he can make his substantive. There's nothing wrong with it. You may consider to concede to the guidance of the chair.
I'll give you a chance. I want to put a vote before. Okay? Before members, I'll look around. If there is anyone who has an issue with any, then I give them a chance to raise it. Because you see, I'll first propose, okay? Then I listen to you, then after I put a question. Yeah, yes. I now propose the question that a total sum of Uganda shillings 457,063,735,891 be provided for as central government supplementary recurrent expenditure for the financial year 2022-2023. We are doing central government. Colleagues, I hope you have your reports. Yeah, because the whole report, it's within the report of the committee, and it has several votes.
Mr.
Okay?
Chair. Mr. Chair.
Yes,
Chair.
Honorable Samba first.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, help us to know which items you're at. Yes, yeah. We have the report.
Can Honorable Minister help us?
We have
that?
the reports, Mr. Chair.
Yes.
At least we would go item per item. We know which one you're reading.
Yeah, but
so that we follow.
But
so that we can respond.
Colleagues, I request you, get your reports. That's why we give you iPads. I'm not going to read for you. You have to read for yourselves. I can't read for you.
Chair, if this can help, because the procedure always here, you read vote by vote, but since it's central government, there are a number of votes. You can just say from vote, this number, this to this vote of the central government, such that is captured on record. Yeah.
Honourable Minister, can you help me? You read? Yeah, let him have the votes.
Mr. Chairman, in the interest of moving with all of us together, the votes under central government, totaling the figure you have read, are the following. Vote 004, Ministry of Defense. Vote 006, Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Vote 010, Ministry of Agriculture, Animal Industry and Fisheries. Vote 012, Ministry of Lands, Housing and Urban Development. Vote 014, Ministry of Health. Vote 016, Ministry of Works and Transport. Vote 018, Ministry of Gender, Labour and Social Development. Vote 019, Ministry of Water and Environment. Vote 022, Ministry of Tourism, Wildlife and Antiquities. Vote 107, Uganda AIDS Commission. Vote 114, Uganda Cancer Institute. Vote 1-7, Uganda Tourism Board. Vote 1-20, National Citizenship and Immigration Control. Vote 1-1, Diary Development Authority. Vote 1-4, Equal Opportunities Commission. Vote 1-5, Directorate of Government Analytical Laboratory. Vote 1-5, Uganda Prisons. Vote 1-6, Public Service Commission. Vote 1-2, National Agricultural Advisory Services. Vote 1-8, Internal Security Organization. Vote 1-6-5, Uganda Business and Technical Examination Board. Vote 3-0-2, Mbara University of Science and Technology. Vote 3-0-3, Makerere University Business School. Vote 3-0-6, Muni University. Vote 3-0-8, Soroti University. Vote 3-0-9, Guru University. Vote 3-1-0, Lira University. Vote 3-1-2, Uganda Management Institute. And vote 3-1-3, Mountains of the Moon University.
Thank you. Now, honorable colleagues, report to vote to page 26 of the report. It has all details of the amounts of what the vote is going to do and all that. That will help. That will help us. Honorable Amero.
Thank you, Right Honorable Chair. The procedural issue I'm raising is that wouldn't it be procedurally right when the minister is reading out the votes to also give the amount, because we agree that if there's any possibility we may vary. Now he's only reading out the votes without giving us the amounts. And for the handset to capture, Right Honorable Chair, please.
Honorable colleague, the Hansard already captured the report. The report from page 26 has, the Hansard from page 26 has the vote, the amount, and the purpose. Colleagues, let us read.
Honorable Speaker, I think the minister has not done a good job. One, when you go, is it the total 490 billion? Now, this money on the schedule, this is what it's supposed to be for. The money on the schedule is Ministry of Defense, 90 billion for salary enhancement. Then there is salary enhancement for various votes, for both wages and salary enhancement. So total, when you go to various votes for salary enhancement in local government, in universities for scientists, that's a total it will amount to. That money is for.
So, Honorable, I now put the question that the total sum of Uganda shillings 457,063,735891 be provided for as central government supplementary recurrent expenditure for the financial year 2022-2023. Those in favor say aye and the content nay. Aye. The ayes have it.
Referral hospitals.
Honorable colleagues, I now propose the question that the total sum of Uganda shillings 9,526,547,852 be provided for under referral hospitals as supplementary recurrent expenditure for the financial year 2022-2023. I now put the question that the total sum of shillings 23 billion, of shillings 9,526,547,852 be provided for under referral hospitals as supplementary recurrent expenditure for the financial year 2022-2023. Those in favor say aye and to the contrary nay. Aye. The ayes have it.
Foreign missions.
I now propose the question that the total sum of 2,811,276,297 be provided for under foreign missions as supplementary recurrent expenditure for the financial year 2022-2023. I now put the question that the total sum of shillings 2,811,276,297 297 be provided for under foreign missions as supplementary current expenditure for the financial year 2022-2023. Those in favor say aye, and to the contrary nay. The ayes have it.
Local governments.
I now propose the question that a total sum of 370,849,807,950 be provided for under local government as supplementary recurrent expenditure for financial year 2022-2023. Yes, Honorable Jonathan.
Mr. Chair, I wanted clarification on the 2 votes under local government. Vote 827, Butambala District, 1.5 billion. And vote 893, Mitoma District Local Government, 2.628 billion for 47 kilometers of roads. I wanted that to be explained first.
Thank you, Honorable. That's under Part A of the schedule, not Part B. We are handling Part B of this. Under Part B, Honorable, because I don't sit in a committee to process budgets, so let the chair clarify.
Yes, Chair, the issue which member has raised is under Part A, which you have deferred.
Mr. Speaker, I had taken my notes very well. I looked at the figures, the ones that were under Part A. I even have the items I wanted to query with their votes. The one that the committee wrote, that the one that require Parliament to approve first, amongst them that I wanted to question is vote 003 under OPM, 1.5 billion for commencement of land preparation for humanitarian base in Namamve. I have an issue with that. The second one, just to take you to the record now, is vote 008, Ministry of Finance, Planning and Economic Development, under Part 2, 2 billion for EAC meetings on tax policy conventions. Then I have vote 893, Mitoma District Local Government. The sum of 2,628,000,000 to do 47 kilometers of rehabilitation of roads. 47. And the roads are even captured. So my issue was 47 billion to do only, 2 billion to do only 47 kilometers of roads. That's why I was asking. That's why I was asking that I get clarification.
But Honorable, just let me get it from Honorable Jonathan. On which page of the report? Can you refer us to the page of the report where you're getting this information? Because I don't see it under B, which we are processing. Yeah, we are on B. You're saying it's in B. Show me the page of the report. Honorable colleagues, I now put the question. I now put the question that the total sum. No, it's not in the report. I can't stand on issues which are not in the report, Honorable. We are handling Part B. You're putting us in Part A. And you say stand over an item.
Chair, I can help on these monies. I don't know why the Minister of Finance and the chairperson doesn't come to explain. Now, monies for local government that were given wrong codes, and local government could not spend those monies until Parliament revolts and puts them on the right codes. Is the money being captured? Like in Butambala, Mitoma, what's the problem with that?
I now put the question that a total of shillings 370,849,807,950 be provided for under local government as supplementary recurrent expenditure for the financial year 2022-2023. Those in favor say aye, and to the contrary nay. The ayes have it.
Total recurrent.
I now propose the question that a total sum of shillings 840,251,367,990 be provided for as total recurrent supplementary expenditure for the financial year 2022-2023. I now put the question that a total sum of shillings 840,251,367,990 be provided for as total recurrent supplementary expenditure for the financial year 2022-2023. Those in favor say aye, and the contrary nay. The ayes have it.
Supplementary development expenditure for the financial year 2022-23, central government development.
I now propose the question that a total sum of shillings 285,828,361,577 be provided for as central government development supplementary expenditure for the financial year 2022-2023. I now put the question that a total sum of shillings 285,828,361,577 be provided for as central government development supplementary expenditure for the financial year 2022-2023. Those in favor say aye, and to the contrary nay. The ayes have it.
Foreign missions.
I now propose the question that a total sum of shillings 1,027,305,400 be provided for as total foreign mission supplementary development expenditure for the financial year 2022-2023. I now put the question that a total sum of shillings 1,027,305,400 be provided for as total foreign mission supplementary development expenditure for the financial year 2022-2023. Those in favor say aye, and to the contrary nay. The ayes have it.
Local government.
I now propose the question that a total sum of shillings 397,854,104,501 be provided for as total local government supplementary development expenditure for the financial 2022-2023. I now put the question that a total sum of shillings 397,854,104,501 be provided for as total local government supplementary development expenditure for the financial year 2022-2023. Those in favor say aye, and to the contrary nay. The ayes have it.
Total development.
I now propose the question that a total sum of shillings 684,709,771,478 be provided for as total development supplementary expenditure for the financial year 2022-2023. Clarification?
Total development. It's a new term that probably the minister wants to explain to us. What is total development? We've heard about capital development and all that as development. So I need a clarification before we approve, Mr. Chair.
Now, Honorable, this is the total of the amounts we have passed for development component under central government, under local governments, under regional referral, under missions abroad. So we have the total development expenditure proposed.
So it is it's a total for development expenditure.
Yes. Honorable colleagues, I now put the question that a total sum of shillings 684,709,771,478 be provided for as total development supplementary expenditure for the financial 2022-2023. Those in favor say aye, and the contrary nay. The ayes have it.
Total supplementary expenditure for the financial year 2022/2023.
I now propose the question that a total sum of shillings 1,524,961,139,468 be provided for as total supplementary expenditure for the financial 2022-2023. I now put the question that a total sum of shillings 1,524,961,139,468 be provided for as total supplementary expenditure for the financial year 2022-2023. Those in favor say aye, and to the contrary nay. The ayes have it.
Motion for the House to resume.
Honourable Minister.
Mr. Chairman, I beg to move that the House do resume and the Committee of Supply reports thereto.
Honourable members, I put the question that the House does resume and the Committee of Supply reports thereto. Those in favor say aye, and to the contrary nay. The ayes have it.
Report from the Committee of Supply.
Honourable Minister for Finance.
Mr. Speaker, sir, I beg to report that the Committee of Supply has considered supplementary expenditure schedule number 1 and passed it with amendments.
Honourable Minister, Honourable colleagues, Honourable colleague, I think we needed to clearly put it what we have captured, what we've covered, and then what has been deferred. We've considered part B only.
Mr. Speaker,
honourable colleagues, please, let's listen to the Minister.
Mr. Speaker, sir, I beg to report that the Committee of Supply has considered supplementary expenditure schedule number 1 and has passed Uganda shillings 1,521,961,139,468 and deferred all expenditures under 3%. Yes.
Thank you. Yes, honourable colleagues, just
a correction.
For emphasis, the figure again. Just for emphasis, because I read it. It's Uganda shillings 1,524,961,139,468. 1,521,961,139,468 shillings. Okay? That's what we have passed, which is captured under B. Now, whatever I'm also saying is being captured on the handset. So in case of any doubt, one will refer to the handset. That's why we extract it and we attach it on the resolution.
Motion for adoption of the report of the Committee of Supply.
Just on the motion that we asked him to, because he stated it that and stood over those under 3%. It's not under 3%. And stood over the 3%, not under 3%.
Okay. Also, let me, because you see, on top of the, when they are when they're extracting the resolution. Okay? If for my emphasis and repeating again, we extract a resolution and it goes with the handset. So I want to emphasize, and Karak should capture it in the resolution, that we only processed part 2 of the schedule. Okay? That's it. There, that's it. It's well captured. The other one was deferred.
We'll go to part C.
Yes. Yes, Honorable Jonathan.
Mr. Speaker, again, I will try to persuade you when you say we have handled only part B of the schedule. The schedule to what? It is the schedule to a law we are processing, just like others. The schedule is to something else, and we cannot go to the schedule without addressing that law, and that's the point I've been trying to make, that you cannot pick the schedule which is dependent on something else and process it without addressing the substantive bill which is before us. And you can see the confusion now when he says we have stood over. By practice, when we stand over something here, it means the process is not complete. You are expected to come back.
And that's why I told him that we have deferred. You see, the bill will come. So when we handle the other part, we shall consolidate and get a bill and move forward. Okay? Yeah.
Motion for adoption of the report from the Committee of Supply.
Honourable members, I put the question that the report of the Committee of Supply. Oh, sorry. I thought he had already even moved.
Mr. Speaker, sir, I beg to move a motion that the report from the Committee of Supply be adopted.
Thank you, Honourable Minister. Honourable members, I put the question that the report of the Committee of Supply be adopted by this House. Those in favour say aye, and to the contrary nay. The ayes have it. Now, Honourable Minister and Honourable colleagues, congratulations. I know we might have taken. Honourable colleagues, let's listen to one another. Honourable colleagues, let's listen to one another. I know we might have had divergent views, but all of you who had divergent views, I know what was very, very critical was that we needed to put more scrutiny to money spent under 3%. Okay? How to reach on that is where we are having a difference. Some saying we do now, others saying we do later, but that was the major purpose for all of us. And I believe we are going to, Chairman Budget Committee, you will have to go back as a team. The Budget Committee, you sit, you look into these issues, you scrutinize further, and you ensure that indeed the House is satisfied. You bring a report which will satisfy the House on how money spent under 3% was considered.
Yeah. Thank you, Right Honourable Speaker and Honourable Members. While we are processing the supplementary schedule, we moved under Rule 145. Sorry, 140. 141. Yeah? $140? 153. I beg your pardon, we moved under 153 of our rules of procedure. Consideration of a supplementary schedule. Specifically, we looked at Rule 2, the supplementary estimate presented in sub-rule 1 shall clear that one. 3, the Speaker shall commit the proposed supplementary estimate to the Budget Committee and to each sector committee the part of the supplementary that falls within the jurisdiction of the respective sector committees. all this was committed to sectoral committees, and I guess we members of parliament, we belong to sectoral committees. What we process here is there are reports from the sectoral committees. They reported to parliament. So again, we have to go back again to refer. I need guidance, right, Honorable Speaker.
Chair, you have time, okay? Go and consult. Yeah, go and consult. For if you reach us, if you hit a snag anywhere, we are available. We shall guide you. Honorable Abdu, Honorable Mzari.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker. Right Honorable Speaker, I'm extremely happy by the conversation that has been going on. At last, the House is paying attention to this critical issue. And I thought that the Budget Committee Chair should have picked lessons. And I thought the Minister of Finance should have picked lessons. That there is something which is not correct with the way we have been considering the 3%. Let this be the last time we have such a conversation. We should clean up our acts. And colleagues, the only power to talk about this institution is appropriation. Once we gamble with it, we are no house to talk of. Yes, yes, the eyes have it, yes. And sometimes it's like, okay, we've supplied, how much have we supplied, for what reason? And we have not yet even critically addressed our minds to it. Right Honorable Speaker, to the Minister of Finance, and to the Budget Committee, this should be the last time we have this sort of thing. We are not looking very, very good to the public. There is a very big issue, Right Honorable Speaker. We reject an item here as Parliament. Then somehow, the executive comes and says, by the way, we nonetheless spent it under 3%. Can you do this? When we have, as a House, or even committees have sat and carefully considered an issue, and they said, no, 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 we cannot allow this. And the executive goes ahead, spends money on the very terms we have rejected. Then they say, yes, you rejected, but we have spent it at 3%. This should be the last time, especially to the ministers, those who are saying we are quarreling. Actually, this is a quarrel. Right Honorable Speaker, you know, when we are talking about taxpayers' money, they have entrusted that responsibility with us to make sure that their money is appropriated correctly, intelligently.
Thank you. Yes,
I want to give
point of procedure.
I want to give the person.
No, there is a procedure matter.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Against odds, we allowed the Minister of Finance to partially deal with his supplementary schedule. And Right Honorable Speaker, I'm alive to the fact that the House is full today, artificially in some way. I am impatient, Right Honorable Speaker, that we are here and there is a post-supply debate when we still have members in prison. I'm running out of patience, Right Honorable Speaker. You committed that you will handle this matter and we address that matter, Right Honorable Speaker. Would it be proper, Right Honorable Speaker, that we vacated that post-supply debate and we address a critical matter of the rights of our members, Right Honorable
Thank
Speaker?
you. Honorable, I still stand by my commitment. Honorable Minister for Internal Affairs, we've dealt with this, we are done. Honorable Minister for Internal Affairs, before I allow anyone else, first tell us what has happened, and then, Lope comes.
No, but are they going to talk about the matter in court?
Right Honorable Speaker and honorable members, you gave your guidance in the communication from the chair, and I do say, and Lope
raised his sentiments, and I want to say from the onset that I share the same sentiments and concerns. I watched with consternation that clip. That brutality was absolutely not warranted. Even so, especially coming on the heels of Buvuma, which makes it even more objectionable. What we have done this far, and I'm surprised Lope says those honorable members are not yet released. We passed the instruction to release them unconditionally, and I'm going to follow through that one. Number two, I had people saying, I had members saying that the actions of
colleagues, let's listen to the minister, and then we shall have a chance to react. Otherwise, we won't have, I don't know what we shall react to if we don't listen to the minister.
I had sentiments, including that it is surprising that it was done at the gates of Parliament. My view is that it shouldn't be done anywhere, whether near Parliament or wherever, and against anyone, not just members of Parliament. So to that extent, action will be taken. I want to promise this House action will be taken, and we shall inform the House.
Thank you. Leader of Opposition.
Right Honourable Speaker, I acknowledge the report of the Honourable Minister, but I would like to say that his orders are appreciated, but you should understand that orders on actions illegally done really do not matter. An illegality with or without an order is an illegality. And wait for action on the officer that have manhandled these honourable members of Parliament. For the record, Right Honourable Speaker, the members are 11, and I want this to be on record, so that when we are looking for culprits, they know the victims are known. The Honourable John Namtawe, woman MP of Masaka District. The Honourable Bet Ethel Nalima, woman MP of Wakiso District. The Honourable Juliet Kakande Nakabuye, woman MP of Masaka City. The Honourable Manjeli Chebakutika, woman MP of Jinja City and Deputy Opposition Chief Whip. The Honourable Nyakato Asinansi, woman MP of Hoima City. The Honourable Joyce Bagala Antwatwa, woman MP of Mitiana District. The Honourable Florence Kabugo, woman MP of Kasese. The Honourable Stella Isodo Apolot, woman MP in Ngora District. The Honourable Helen Nachimuli, woman MP of Kalangala District. The Honourable Hanifa Nabukera, woman MP of Mokono District. And the Honourable Joan Achom Alobo, woman MP of Saluti City. Honourable Speaker, this comes at the backdrop of what you explained in your preamble, opening statements, that the honourable members had lodged a petition to the Speaker over this mistreatment. But Honourable Speaker, they lodged the complaint in their own right. That complaint is not a legal battle, a public demonstration of their dissatisfaction. And would like to uphold, and this is why I want to challenge the Honourable Minister of Internal Affairs, to come here and tell the public whether demonstrations of a peaceful nature are illegal and unconstitutional in this country, so that we can know that they have a new constitution we are not privy to. That actually we are operating under two legal regimes. One that applies to some individuals. I have seen a one General Mohozi, Kainerugaba, all over the country, a serving military officer, breaking the law, and nobody has touched him, even being escorted by ministers of government. I have seen NRM supporters demonstrating on several matters. I have not seen anybody touch them. Do we have the law for the NRM supporters and the law for the rest of the country, Honourable Speaker? Honourable Speaker, I would like to invite you, whereas the minister says he made an order, I would like to ask of you to work with that CPS and you see your members. And probably to work with the Honourable Minister to confirm that the culprits have been apprehended. You cannot do that. And can I say, Honourable Speaker, that the continuation of these activities are going to set this country on fire. And I will tell you, don't enter my house if yours is on fire. I can tell you, you're going to be, all of us are going to be in trouble. Whether you're support of whatever project, whether you're support of what nonsense, you are going to be all in trouble. All of us. And unless a difference of what is right and wrong is stated.
Point of order. Point of order. Point of order. Point of order.
I'm the one in the chat.
No, point of order. There is a point of order. Honorable Guang, let's listen. You see, colleagues, when you listen, you know how to rebuttal. But when you don't listen,
right on,
Honorable Guang, yes.
Right Honorable Speaker, first of all, with due respect to my very good friend, the Honorable Leader of Opposition, we are aware that this House operates on the decorum under the rules of procedure. Mr. Speaker, is it in order for the Right Honorable Leader of Opposition to use the unparliamentary language of nonsense? Right Honorable Speaker, is it in order?
Now, Honorable colleagues, usually colleagues, I make interpretations depending on the emotions I see running around. This is so painful to some people. If they call someone nonsense, then I would have a problem. But if the situation that was happening is nonsense, but not a member being nonsense, not what is in the house being nonsense, okay, then I don't have a problem.
Thank you, Honourable Speaker. Actually, Honourable Speaker, the biggest nonsense is beating up citizens. It's even nonsensical for anybody to defend it anywhere, in any space, anywhere, whether on the street, in the parliament, anywhere. So I would like to ask, Honourable Speaker, that you order this House to act on this impunity and we stop it. And I would like to ask, Honourable Speaker, if this is done again anywhere, on any citizen, I will lead any activity allowed under the law to make sure this House attends only to the business of ensuring the rights of citizens. Right, Honourable Speaker, I submit.
Thank you. Now, honourable colleagues, with the situation we are in, Honourable Chief Whip, Right Honourable Deputy Prime Minister, Honourable Chief Whip, the Deputy Attorney General, Minister for Internal Affairs, LOP, and whips from the side of the opposition. Please, we are going to meet in my waiting area. House suspended for 10 minutes.
UBC, inspiring Uganda.
Labor Day, or International Workers' Day, is an annual holiday that takes place on 1st May to celebrate the achievements of workers. Uganda will join the rest of the world to celebrate under the theme Promoting Positive Work Culture and Ethics, a prerequisite for increased investment, employment opportunities, and household incomes. Regardless of how you choose to celebrate, make sure you give yourself a pat on the back for all your success. Join us for the live celebrations on Monday, 1st May 2023 at Namutumba District Headquarters. UBC is the national public broadcaster. We educate, inform, entertain, and inspire our audiences. You can watch us on free-to-air channel 001, DSTV channel 282, GoTV channel 371, Star Times channel 201, Zuku TV channel 20, and Azam TV channel 350. Even when your subscription expires, you can still watch UBC for free on your pay TV platforms.
This week on UBC.
It's the freak himself, DJ Santos, the problem.
Oh my God!
So run back to the studio, Chimney Records.
From the blues to the streets of Africa, DJ Santos. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube at DJ Santos.
Can you play that song? Set the mood for me.
Hallelujah, let's go!
Do you hear it? Do you see it?
In Uganda, Tanzania.
That's the sound of business in a developing economy.
For UBC News,
Charlotte Amuge in Kampala.
Catch the weekly business roundup every Saturday at 8:30 p.m. only on UBC TV, inspiring Uganda.
We are bringing you a brand new show, Teens Crown, right here at UBC. We bring to you the youth gigs where we tell you what the youth do, be it at your school, be it at your campus. Are you a youth out there that enjoys hanging out? Well, we shall be reaching out to your campuses, bringing glam to the events at your campuses. Is it a bazaar? Is it a prom? We shall bring to you all that on our show. Be showcasing the government youth skilling and empowerment projects during the show. This show will be brought to you by I myself, Judy Bellier on UBC. Watch out for us.
Stuffed tofu pockets. Inari sushi. Inari sushi is made by filling a punch of seasoned fried tofu with sushi rice. It is made after the Shinto god Inari, who is said to have had a fondness of tofu. These tofu pockets are portable, healthy, everyday vegetarian dish. You can dress these up any way you wish, as this is just the most basic recipe to make Inari. Some of the most common Inari stuffings include steamed vegetables with rice. These are traditionally Japanese stuffings, but they were also very popular in Korea because of the long 19th century colonization of Korea by the Japanese. The ingredients include 2 cups of rice sushi or medium grain rice, 2 tablespoons of rice vinegar, 2 teaspoons of sugar, 2 sheets of Korean seaweed lava, 10 square Inari tofu pockets, steps to make it. 1. Gather the ingredients. 2. Cook the rice in a rice cooker or in a pot of the stove. 3. Once the rice is done, fluff the rice with a spoon. 4. Let rest with the lid on for another 10 to 15 minutes. 5. In a bowl, combine sugar with the vinegar, whisking to combine. 6. Transfer the rice to a very large wooden bowl or salad bowl. Spread out in a thin layer so that the rice cools. 7. Fan with a fan or magazine, and when it's cool enough to handle, mix in the vinegar sugar mixture to the rice. Keep fanning as you combine. 8. Then mix in the crumbled seaweed lava. 9. Wet your hands with rice vinegar so the rice does not stick to you, and closely separate the rice into 20 portions. 10. Shape each into an oval and press firmly into the Inari pockets. 11. Serve and enjoy rice stuffed tofu pockets Inari sushi. Green salad. This salad combines lettuce, serrali, onion, pepperoni, olives, and cherry tomatoes, all tossed in a dressing made with olive oil, vinegar, and little mayonnaise. Ingredients: 1 garlic clove smashed, salt, 2 tablespoons of mayonnaise, 2 tablespoons of red wine vinegar, a half teaspoon of dried oregano, a quarter cup plus 2 tablespoons of extra virgin oil, freshly ground pepper, 1 large romaine heart chopped, 1 small head of radicchio halved, cored and coarsely chopped, a quarter head of iceberg lettuce coarsely chopped, a tender celery rib thinly sliced, a half small red onion thinly sliced, a half cup of cherry tomatoes, a quarter cup of painted green olives, Sicilian, 8 pepperoni, 2 Oasis Parmesan cheese, shaved, 1 cup. How to make it? Step 1. In a large bowl, mash the garlic to a paste with a generous pinch of salt. Whisk in the mayonnaise, vinegar, and oregano. Then whisk in the olive oil. Season with pepper. Add all the remaining ingredients and toss well. Serve right away. Yummy, yummy taste.